Right, this is what you need to make the mini pioneering project that we're going to do. It's a very simple catapult, so you need some string, obviously, for tying the knots. You need 4 bits of wood, just big enough to go round, ideally quite fat. You need some scissors to cut the string, and you also need some cardboard. An old cereal packet's pretty good, and the scissors can cut that too. You need a spoon to be the shooting mechanism, because it shoots things when you're done, and you can use the cardboard for the things you're going to shoot. The first step is to lay out your bits of wood in the way that you're going to use them, and then you're going to put some torsion there, and it'll end up shooting that way, like that. So once you've got them laid out, once you decide which bits are going in which direction, you then start doing your square lashings. So you need to do a square lashing at each of the 4 points, and they all start with a clove hitch. So you start your first lashing with a clove hitch, so under, cross over the top, back under the wood, and then under the bit you've crossed over, like that. And then obviously you pull it tight. And then once you've done that, you're going under the bottom bit, over the top bit, under the other side of the bottom bit, back over the top, and under, and over. So when you've gone over a couple of times, under and over, when you come back under, instead of going over again, you bring it across, and tension it round horizontally. You do that a couple of times as well, and that just makes it a bit more stable. And when you've done that, you can then carry on doing a bit of under and over the other way round. So back under there, and over there, and under, until you're almost out of string. And then at that point, when you get to the inside, do another clove hitch to secure it. When you've finished doing it and you've done your clove hitch in here and tightened it round, you can tie the 2 ends together with a reef knot to stop them coming undone. And that's your first square lashing. So you've got to do 3 more of them. So you get the second one done, and then you turn it round, and on the back you carry it on, and then you do the third one. When you've done that, obviously you need to turn around a bit to get the 4th one in. And when you've done the 4th one, that's the frame belt. So we're just going to turn it around, because what we're going to do is we're going to put the torsion bar, which is going to be made of bits of string, 4 lengths of string, and we're going to just tie it in a reef knot along the top. The knot's going to go to the side when we're done, because it wants to be out of the way. Get all 4 of them through, and you got a lovely reef knot. And then we're just going to put that to the side, and then we're going to take the scissors and just trim it off a bit. You want to leave a little bit of string so that it doesn't come out immediately. There we go. And then the next bit is a bit time consuming, but it's the bit that makes it. So you've got your spoon, you've got a bit of cardboard, right? So you just fold it around the spoon, because you want it to be, this is the front where you're going to shoot, it needs to go that way. So what you want to do is you need to wind it the opposite way, and of course you can't wind it with the spoon, it's not going to work. The whole point is that when it unwinds, it stops. So what you do is you then take the spoon out, because you're going to try and stick the spoon in later on, and you put it through. You roll this as far forward as you can sensibly get it, and then you start to wind the opposite way from the way that you need it to go, because already just a few winds you can see it wants to unwind. So you just wind it as many times as you can get away with using your piece of cardboard, and then when you think it's tight enough, and that might well be tight enough, you stick the spoon back in And then once you've got the spoon in through the cardboard itself can come out. And basically the way it works is it does that. Now you don't want it too far down or else it will stop. Yeah, so about that much. Enough so that it will go back. Let's turn it around. And then we can take a little piece of cardboard, roll it up into a little ball, pull back your spoon, put the cardboard in it, and it should go some distance. Obviously newspaper is probably better at this point so that it will shoot nicely. And that's it. It's a very simple onager with a torsion engine to make it go. If you're feeling really fancy, you have slightly longer struts out the bottom, and you can build a little frame which is a bit bigger so that it stops there. And if you're feeling really fancy, you can take some string, and instead of a spoon you can build a little sling on the back. But you know, that's the basic thing, and it shoots. Whatever you put in it, be careful what you put in it so that you're not going to break anything. A short distance. And obviously you can make it any size you like. This is a really simple one that you can do at home with whatever you have lying about. You can use pencils, anything really, but it works best when there's a little bit of thickness to the wood. You can sort of see how big that is, slightly bigger than my thumb. Yeah? And when you're cutting the string to do the lashings, they probably want them about as wide as your arms are apart, because you need a good amount to get round 2 or 3 times. And that's it. That is a very simple catapult.